So conclusions, the adjustment of the clutch lever free play was very beneficial after all, and it made a huge difference not only in the way that the gears shift, which is smoother, but also in the way that the engine sounds, which is a lot quieter. I'm Dr. Vstrom, and I'm going to show you how to adjust your clutch lever free play in this video. A simple yet vital maintenance task that ensures seamless gear shifts, proper clutch operation and clutch longevity. My new 800 has currently got around 4,000 kilometers, and I have already been to the first dealer service at 1,000 kilometers to get the warranty stamp, because this motorcycle comes with 4 years warranty if you go to the scheduled service at the dealer to get the stamps. Nevertheless, I have been to the first service, but today at 4,000 kilometers, 3,000 kilometers later, I can tell from the gear shifts and also from the clutch lever free play that this adjustment is wrong. We are far above the 10 to 15 millimeters free play. We're actually closer to 22, 23. That means that from today at 4,000 kilometers until the next scheduled dealer service at 12,000 kilometers, it's gonna be 8,000 kilometers with a wrongly adjusted clutch lever free play, and you don't want that. This video is a revisited topic. It has already been demonstrated how to adjust your clutch lever free play on a Vstrom 650 in the past. The video is available up here. If you're interested, go and watch it. Some of these past video parts are going to be included in this video, and it's for you. It's purely more information on clutch operation and some other things. So if you're interested, you can watch them, else you can just watch the adjustment itself. Now, what is clutch lever free play? It's this free movement of the lever where, in a sense, the only thing moving is the clutch lever and the clutch cable a bit. Improper slack or free play in the clutch cable leads to the following. Less slack leads to clutch slip, as the plates are not fully pressed together when the clutch lever is out. If this happens, there is a high risk of glazing the clutch plates, and at some point you will need to replace them. On the other hand, excessive cable slack or clutch free play does not allow full disengagement when the lever is pulled, and that makes it hard to shift gears. Few words about the clutch operation. When the clutch lever is out, the pressure plate pushes the clutch pack or the pack of clutch plates, so the inner hub and the outer basket are locked together. In other words, the engine can drive the rear wheel. On the other hand, when the clutch lever is pulled in, the pressure plate is pushed away from the clutch pack, so the inner hub and the outer basket spin independently or are decoupled. The engine can no longer pass power to the rear wheel. To accurately check and adjust the clutch lever free play, you need a ruler, something to measure, but above all, a cold engine, as warm clutch plates tend to expand and they can easily throw the measurements and the adjustment of. We do our clutch lever free play adjustment on a cold engine, and as you can see, the engine temperature is the ambient temperature or a bit less. It's 32 degrees because it's summer. So the area that we're going to be working for today's task is this area, and especially the adjustments are going to take place here underneath the rubber boot, this rubber boot. However, unfortunately, this rubber part is one part, and the OEM handguards, they don't allow us to remove this rubber boot and to do the adjustment. That means that we need to take off, at least from this part, the handguards. That means that we need to take off the mirror. Fortunately, this task to remove the mirror and the handguard has already been demonstrated, and there's a video up here for you to watch and catch up with me and continue for the clutch free play adjustment. So once you remove the mirror, you see that this part of the handguard, you can easily lift it, and then afterwards we can also remove the rubber boot. Move it aside so it's not in the way, and as you can see, it reveals the lock nut and the adjuster bolt. To assist our task in identifying the center of the clutch lever ball, that means this center part, so that we do the measurements, we will take a sticker with a distinguishable color like this yellow, and we will cut a thin line and use it. So you can see this is the yellow sticker line that we cut, and it will indicate the center of the clutch lever ball. It will help us identify the measurements when we use the ruler, so like this, to identify the clutch lever slack or free play. It will be more visible to see which number. So as indicated by Suzuki's manual, this free play should be between 10 to 15 millimeters. So what I have done here for you guys is to stick some white paper underneath the ruler so that the ruler indications are more visible for you to see the actual clutch lever free play in reference to the yellow sticker that we used. So currently what I can see is that we are far above the 10 to 15 millimeters free play. We're actually closer to 22, 23. So that means that we need to reduce this. So the first thing that you need to do is to untight the lock nut, this one. You untight it by turning it. As you can see, this is the dashboard. This is the back side of the motorcycle. So this is clockwise and this is anti-clockwise. You see, you untight it anti-clockwise. This will give us some room to play around with the adjuster. You will hold with one hand the lock nut over here to be stable, and then by turning this nut clockwise, you are introducing more slack. By turning it anti-clockwise, you are introducing less slack. So you are reducing the distance, which is what we want. You're reducing the clutch lever free play. And indeed, because I have already turned it a bit, you can see that it is a bit less. Continue, hold the lock nut with one hand, turn anti-clockwise the adjusting nut until you get somewhere between 10 to 15 millimeters here, free play. So after adjustment, we are approximately at 14 millimeters of clutch lever free play, which is within range. Then what you need to do is to tighten the lock nut, ensure that the cable is not moving or the bolt is not moving up and down. Tighten the lock nut carefully, like so. Secure it into position so that you don't lose the adjustment. Bring the rubber boot back in place, back into position. Optionally, you can use some silicone spray to maintain the rubber. Fit the handguard here into position. Then snag it with your 17 wrench. So now the handguard is in position. I do not have a mirror. I will not put the mirror yet. I will go for a ride and test the clutch to see how it behaves, how well the shifts are. And then if it's okay, I will put the mirror. If not, I will readjust again on a cold engine. I have just been for a ride, and as you can see, the engine is hot. It's, not like before, and I'm happy with how the clutch behaves, and especially with the gear shifts, it made a difference. We will now install the mirror. As you can remember, you tie it anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise. Then you take your 17 wrenches, 2 of them, the bottom one you turn clockwise, the top one anti-clockwise, and you tighten the mirror. There's a video, like I said, go and watch it if you want more information on this part. Thanks for watching, and as always, ride safe.